Hey y'all, welcome to this week's episode of Touch of the Tism.
Welcome back.
Woo!
It's been a long time, y'all.
It has been. Well, we've been recording, but we just can't get through the editing. So I think we're going to use all those for Patreon or something like that.
It's really hard when you have so many issues with your brain.
It's the Tism. It is the Tism, you know?
I realized today that I don't think you guys realize it, but I've done this to you guys before where when we're like ready to go, I will just stand by the door. Like you guys are like catching up with people and I'm just kind of like looking at you like, ready? Because I get hyper fixated on like getting this done and I'm like, come on.
I know, I've never seen you leave Fireside so fast as you did tonight.
I didn't want to
need to linger.
I would prefer to cloud my mind on the podcast, not before.
Fair.
Yes,
we've learned from our
Yeah, that's part of
iterations.
the reason why we can't get through the editing is because some more things fell down.
I was like, wait, what?
Well, girl, look at that tape. Okay, I'll tell you why.
Some of the acoustic paneling that is taped up to my wall fell down, so we'll fix that this week.
Adjustments, you know.
Well, it gets so hot in this room that some of the glue from the panels didn't stick.
Oh, yeah.
So then I've been trying other ways to get it to stick, and it's always the same couple spots. I mean, there's one or two on the other walls, but those two spots on those walls must get the warmest.
Did you like try yelling at it, or crying at it?
I haven't tried super gluing it yet. I figured that was probably...
Don't use the super glue I used the other day because that didn't do shit. Remember I texted you? It didn't do anything.
I saw you struggling with it, and then I asked you why you weren't taping it, and then you got mad at me.
Wait, what were you
She was
super
taping
gluing?
up a box, and
I was super gluing a box
she
shut.
was super gluing a box shut, and she was like, but it wouldn't work, like it wasn't gluing.
I sat on it to make it stick.
It didn't even glue to her ass.
Oh, no.
And so I was like looking at another box, and I was like, so why don't you just tape it? Like this one. She got very angry at me.
I got angry at the situation.
Like, you know what?
What does that
What
mean?
you sounded like.
What does that mean when the guy just throws up the paper? Fine.
Yeah.
Well, it was already a long.
It was a long
day.
day.
It's
Yeah.
been a long Black History Month.
Girl.
Oh, girl.
It's been a real long Black History Month.
Can we cheers to Black
Yes.
History Month?
Yes, let's
A little
cheers to
quick
that.
cheers to...
Well, they still let us have it. No, I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
God. Well, fucking trying, y'all.
We'll get to that portion of things.
Honestly, this is the longest February I felt in a while. Like for me, which is not usual, January flew by,
Yeah.
and I just cannot wait for February to get over. It's just there's still lingerings of stuff from hell even last year that I'm very much wanting to get over, wanting to get past, wanting to be done with. I just want to fucking work and hang out with my friends and.
I'm hoping the year of the fire horse like that is like this last week when it was like the Chinese New Year. I'm like, maybe that is our actual New Year, you know, because like that culture is way older than anything here, and I'm a big fan of the lunar calendar. Yeah,
It seems like everything bad happens December, January, and February.
yeah.
Like, we've lost celebrities that I thought were decent people.
Yeah.
And, there's been locals, friends that have passed on. And it always just kind of seems that way.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? Like, and maybe it's a conspiracy. Katie's got me in conspiracy theories. They got to fill that in memoriam page right before the Oscars. And that's usually when like 5 or 6 celebrities.
Oh, man.
Have you ever noticed that?
I didn't think about it until just now.
Katie's got me on conspiracy theories
No,
now, too.
I'm like, wait a second.
Well,
we did
I'm gonna
have a couple of plus things this month. We
Let's
had
talk
a
about-
fun trip to Grenville, even though Cheech didn't make it, but we're going to
We
go
did
for the
not
next
make
one for
it.
Holly's birthday in April.
Now they know
That
my
was
birthday.
a nice... I didn't say the date.
Conspiracy.
I didn't say my date either. Oh, maybe I did, but now you guys know.
No,
That's for next year if you want
I
to
did take that out of that episode, but it still hasn't gone out.
But we had a nice time. It wasn't anything too crazy. And then we all three on Friday the 13th, we all went and got tattoos together, which was a
know.
fun little bonding experience that day.
Yep.
It was
And now I
nice.
can post about it because I told my mom.
Also, fun fact.
I love that.
I don't know how they do it in Seattle, but I feel like the version of the Seattle dog I had down here could have used like half the amount of cream cheese they put on that hot dog. That shit was.
Oh, from
and I was like,
Scolari's?
where are we talking about? Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I
didn't see the hot dog because you had already finished it by the time I came down.
It's true, yeah.
I had to run, but No, I ended up staying tonight. But anyway, the first bite was like hot dog and the cream cheese. It was a lot. It was a lot.
I honestly I'd never heard of a Seattle dog until
I haven't
that
either.
day.
But I've never been to Seattle either.
I've never been to Seattle. I'm planning on going this summer, but there's a poster.
Maybe we should do a Tism to the.
Oh,
Everybody gets
fun.
smacked by a fish. And just,
It is fun. I haven't been up to Washington. Well, okay, I went up to Washington State a couple of years ago, but it was a very brief trip. But I think I probably talked about this on my singular episode. But I lived up there my freshman year of high school. But I lived on an island in Puget Sound, so like 2 hours north of Seattle. But we would come down. This is when I went to a church that actually did like Christian like stuff, where we would go down to Seattle and we would like bring clothes and food for like the homeless folks down there and stuff, and then we would occasionally, my mom, if she felt like we should get off the island, we would take the ferry down there. It's a cool city. I haven't like spent time in like 20 years.
Were you island locked there like we are here?
Even more so. Because there was the only way to get off the island is you had to take a ferry, or there was one bridge on the north end of the island near the Navy base, and that went up towards like Western Washington, like Mount Vernon area and stuff like that. But it was literally a 2-hour ferry, like it's the ferries like they have on the East Coast because you can drive onto them.
oh yeah, that's just crazy to me.
Because there's a bunch of little islands up in Puget Sound too, so you take ferries to other islands and things like that.
I didn't know they only had people ferries.
Oh, until you moved here?
Yeah. Well, no, I think there are some, but like they're not at the norm down. Like most of the ferries that I ever took growing up were the ones that you drove on.
Well, that was me the first time I went to the East Coast when somebody filled up my gas. He was about to get knocked out.
You're like, why are you touching my car, bro?
Well, it was Oregon first, and then it was the East Coast because it was far enough apart where I forgot about it. And I was like, what are these?
Oregon, I think they just recently changed it where you can pump your own gas, but I think it's county by county.
I just heard a dad telling his kid about that. The kid must be like driving age because he was showing him like how to pump gas and all that stuff. And he's like, just so you know, there are some states in the U.S. that you can't pump your own gas. And the kid was like, yeah, all right. He's like, no, really, like it's against the law for you to pump your own gas. And the kid's just looking at him. And I started giggling as I'm pumping my gas. And I was like, yeah, I missed that. Kid was like, what, really? And I'm like, yeah, like New Jersey in certain states. I'm like, I don't know the ones out here, but on the East Coast, I'm like, Jersey's the biggest one that comes to mind.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know.
What's the first city when you drive over the Oregon line? Was that Bend? No, it's not Bend. It's
well, it depends on which
there.
part, but there's I don't remember which one. If you're driving over the California border versus, or that portion of like the coast versus like more inland, because more inland is like Grants Pass and stuff.
I've never been to the Pacific Northwest.
It's really great. I love
really
Portland.
Portland is dope. Portland is on the border. So the border of Oregon and Washington is the Columbia River. So it's right on the border.
Okay.
It's a dope place. Oregon is not like the most diverse state ever.
Just all black people.
Ashland. It was Ashland, then Medford.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And it's worth the trip though. Like,
yeah, no, I would like
lots
to.
of great food, great coffee, and it's actually, I think it's one of the greenest like major cities in the country. Like you could be in the middle of a forest and you're still like 10 minutes from downtown Portland.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. And they have like one of my favorite bookstores ever. It's called Powell's Books. It's literally a whole city block. Like you could spend all fucking day in there.
Nice.
It's dope. Yeah.
Sorry, the retail in me just like panicked. I was like, inventory.
There's a lot of books.
There's so many. No, I don't know if I could ever work retail again. Never say never, but I hope I'm never in that position where I feel the need to work retail.
And we're not shitting on retail workers. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Fucking thank you for being retail workers.
Yeah. But it just sucks what you guys all have to deal with. I mean, how we all have to deal with. Fuck, you had a weird guy in today. And
yes.
Also, thank you for covering for me.
Of course. Anytime I'm able to.
God.
I love that I have just basically forgot that I'm supposed to be there Monday nights now. Because there's no need for two of us, so like it's Ray's night, but like I'm supposed to at least check in, and I just forget all the time.
I'm building
let you know if
and
she
like she'll
needs
call
you.
me if she needs me, and I'll be there. But like,
Well,
and I
all of our
schedule
local-
shit like this.
all of our local listeners, come support us Monday nights. We got our girl Ray there. She's fun, quirky.
I love that.
Mostly
chick.
awake.
She's so dope. I love her.
I met Ray just because I'm gonna let. So I met Ray like briefly, but then she moved into my apartment while I was away for a month last year.
Oh yeah.
So like I didn't really know her.
That's
Like,
right.
Sandy asked me if like she was like, "Would you sublet your place?" And I was like, "Absolutely not! Like what are you talking
this
about?
person?
Like let a stranger live in my place? Like no." And then she's like, "Well, and she told me Ray's story, and I was like, "All right, let's meet her." She's like, you'll fall in love with her. And I'm like, all right. And then I met her and I was like, all right, I'm in love. Yeah, you can. Here's the keys to my house.
Yeah.
You have a 7-foot dog? Sure. I love that idea.
Yeah. Here's my social security number. Here's 3 of my favorite credit cards.
Here's my diary. Where So then she lived here, and then she was like, when we started finally working together, she was like, I feel like I know you. I'm like, well, you have been in my shit all month.
You're just fucking sleeping in your dirty laundry, smelling your socks. I'll keep it kosher.
And then I've gotten to know her, and like, really, she's so funny. She's like, I want to be you when I grow up. I'm like, I want to be you when I grow up. Like, come on.
She's everyone's favorite, even though she's our time blind angel.
And she is completely time
Although
blind.
she texted me earlier and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Like I'm trying." Then I was like, "Girl, you're scheduled at 6:15. I'm scheduled until 6:30, and I never bank on like scheduled out."
Wait, you have now adjusted her in time to 6:15?
Somebody did.
I have not.
So whoever did the schedule is adjusted. And so she showed up. I shit you not. I turn around and I look, and she's coming around the bar with her drawer, and 6:15 exactly.
So she was on time.
She was on time.
I mean, I don't know. She's supposed to be in at 6, but I always tell Katie.
That's what it said on the schedule. I think that Sandy made an adjustment.
I always tell
Just so she
Katie
wouldn't be late.
I'll be home at like 6:37 because you just never know.
You should just say 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it safe.
Yeah.
You know.
Because every time I'm like, all right, I get off at this time, I never get off that time. Like, I'll be
it's everybody. Everybody does it for me. It's just
I love you. But then, like, too, you gotta, depending on the day, I never bank on.
Right.
I think when I used to, I think the last time I did, I was probably, like 20, and I was working at Dave & Buster's, and I remember so clearly that was like my first week there, and I was like, it says I'm scheduled out at this time, and like the person who was training me just laughed
in your face. Did they point? I would have pointed. I would have pointed and laughed.
It was like, oh yeah, no, we don't. That's not a thing that happens. And I was like, all right, well, whatever.
I mean, also
and ever since then, I've just kind of had it in my mind of like, I don't bank on, like, I've worked at a couple places and it's very rare, but some people are very adamant about like, this is my out time, and so I'm gonna which is weird to me. Because there's still like the other, shit comes up. Can I finish? Do you need extra help with X, Y, or Z? It's more of an issue like if we're busy, and then someone's like, well, I'm leaving at this time. It's like, okay, but did you? Yeah. Okay, bye.
I'm torn between that because I was a bartender for so long. It's just like you work your shift, right?
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, you needed a break, you go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
And then I started working for a brewery that was like really by the book, and it was just like, your boss would come down, you take your 30, you take your 10. I'm like, what?
Yeah, what is that?
And then but then I got back into like regular bartending, and I heard stories about these other bartenders on the island complaining about, during their 6-hour shift, they're not getting their 30-minute break. I'm like, it's a
6-hour shift.
It's a 6 hour
You can do that shit
bro.
on your head.
Yeah.
You could do that without peeing.
Yeah, that's true. Done it.
But
I don't get a break when I do a double. I don't.
Yeah.
There's no lunch. Like, I'm working a double because no one else can do it.
Yeah.
So like, there's no one that's gonna come by and be like, hey, do you need a 30-minute break?
Yeah, you tell your customer I'll be back, and you shove food in your face.
Right?
Yeah. Sometimes you eat your customer's food.
Yeah.
What are you eating? Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for buying.
I mean, probably said it in
Or if you have
previous
good regulars,
episodes, but I
people bring you
still
food.
stand up in the kitchen eating breakfast sometimes because because I know I have to go to work,
Yeah.
so I just stand up eating.
Or I'll like cook, and then I'll still like do other shit, and then I'll eat it while it's like lukewarm instead of like freshly made.
Do you guys?
No, I can't do that. If I
try
at home,
not to.
I'm shoving that shit in my face
That's
while
true.
it's still so hot that I burn my mouth every time.
Depends on what it is.
It's like
Sometimes
eating pizza rolls or something.
I do this thing.
You're like, I know it's gonna burn me, but I'm just gonna do it.
I had oatmeal right before you guys got here, and I kept saying, like, cool it down. And then I was like, gotta eat, they'll be here. And I was walking around my apartment eating the oatmeal.
Yeah,
It's sat down.
It's the subconscious. So I do this thing now where I like because I'm starting to make myself eat breakfast to wake up my metabolism. So like I'll start whatever I'm cooking on low on the stove, and then I'll go take a shower. So by the time I'm out of the shower, it's like crispy, and I just have to flip it over.
Nice.
It's probably not smart because I have a gas stove, but it's been working so far.
Allegedly, you are doing this.
Keep it on low and slow.
Because either
What are you cooking that you're just leaving it on?
bacon,
I was gonna say it's like there's like some kind of meat,
bacon or hash browns, but like
Oh, I mean, both of those are acceptable.
yeah, you can do a little.
because if I don't cook myself breakfast, then I wait. So like 45 minutes before work, Then I get in the shower, and then I'm like, well, now I can't eat. And then I end up spending money next door on sometimes good tacos or sometimes not good tacos.
They did good today.
Allegedly. I do intermittent fasting, so I'll only eat one time. I know. That's my nutritionist says it's okay.
If it helps.
You have a nutritionist.
I do now, yes.
And, okay, but you don't have health insurance.
Well, no, my nutritionist is free. Because she's my friend.
Hey, there you go. I love
She's
that.
just high as shit, like, maybe you should, like, not eat for, like, 4 hours, man. And then Siobhan's, like, taking it out. She's like, this is intuitive.
I love this.
She's a licensed nutritionist. I'm helping build her website. So in exchange for that, she's giving me advice.
God, that's awesome.
Right now,
it's great.
But right now I'm trading with her wife on building her wife's website, and her wife is the one that's training me. So we kind of train together. So we're like a little nice trio. We're like a throuple of trainers.
I love that.
I'm going to the gym tomorrow for the first time in like 6 years.
Oh my God.
I'm excited.
So I have Danielle has a trainer already.
I do. I'm gonna have to put.
But we're firing him.
I'm gonna have to put him on. It's
actually, if anyone wants to pay for Danielle's trainer, you can hit her Venmo.
We can drop a link with this episode if y'all.
If we can ever get to editing,
keeping this bitch hot, okay.
Yeah, we can actually edit and put this episode out. You can help support Danielle.
Well, we did say that we were supposed to have what was it, the last Friday of the month?
Yeah,
that's gonna be a tight.
Well,
turn.
no, we can turn around this.
Did we do it?
Yeah.
Did we do it, guys?
Not yet. We have 4 more to it. It's Monday. We have 4 days to get this out. We can do it.
I'm taking
as long as we're not assholes during this episode.
No,
there's not a whole lot to edit out.
Aside from going to the gym, I'm probably taking the whole day to myself. I took today off because of other shit, but
yeah.
I want to get my head right because I am racked with guilt right now.
Yeah, but you can't be, and we're gonna get into that in a minute. But I want to round out this trainer conversation just because it loops back into what you're about to say. Is like Danielle has had a trainer and she's been paying a shit ton of money for it, which I would never do. And I have 2 friends that we've been friends now for a few years. And when I was talking about, they have seen my progression on my body because they see me naked a few times a week at the Banya.
At the Banya, yeah.
And Bethany has been great working on my body, and like she's helped me so much. And when I was saying that I want to kind of kick it up and see what my body can do now, she was like, "Whoa, well, like let's work out." And they just moved to the island.
Oh, okay.
So the timing was perfect because they just moved to the island. They don't really know people around here.
That's awesome.
They're looking, because they're both from Idaho.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Idaho.
Yes,
I keep getting confused about Idaho and Iowa.
One's a little further east. I don't know.
Just slightly.
They're both very.
Plus,
white.
they both start with I. And both...
Well, it's like growing up.
Potatoes or corn? I don't know.
That's right.
Growing up when people, at least kids I went to school with, thought Switzerland and Sweden were the same place. But,
they are close.
Yeah, but I mean, anyway, sorry.
But so they've started training me, and it's been amazing. But like going to it has. A couple times I've been like, oh, yeah, that's all we're going to do. We can do more. And then like a few hours later, I'm like, oh my God. I can't bend down. So that's what's coming. But the best part of it has been the emotional and brain stuff. Because the last couple of days, I took Saturday off, like I when I normally won't take a day off. And like Friday night, I changed my stuff. So I couldn't people.
Yeah.
I was just overracked with like all of it.
Yeah. It just seems like it keeps piling up right now. That's kind of when I made the comment, like that this month is taking forever.
Yeah,
because it just feels like every day you wake up and then you're just kind of like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm tired. I'm over it. There's things you can't control, but it's just it adds to the pile of shit.
Yeah. So we both lost a friend last week. Has it been about 10 days now? Week and a half. Anthony died.
My friend passed Saturday.
Yeah. And then you just lost another friend on Saturday.
No, just the one friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It I don't know. I guess so. This friend of mine, we had lost connection for a while because my 2 best friends were having issues with this friend. So they got married and all this stuff, and things were like, okay, well, it is what it is. This friend had moved to Finland, moved back to America, moved to Finland, back to America, and reached out to me, I don't know, I guess October, November, and I was hesitant to answer to call back because I know how poorly this particular friend had been treating my two best friends, but I answered the phone anyway, or called them back anyway, because I'm not one to really deny you an ear, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so we had lots of back and forth conversations. Obviously, there was a mental health issue going on. And 2 weeks ago, we spoke. We had a long conversation on the phone. It was like an hour or so.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the last thing they said to me was, let's get together for a beer. And I was like, whoa, I didn't know you were drinking again. And they said, yeah, it's just temporary. But the previous conversations was like, I'm getting followed, I'm being stalked, like my family's against me because they're transgender. And the conversation was super lighthearted, like, and we were laughing and joking. And I said, yeah, you know, I'm dealing with some physical things. And I said, if you ever want to come to the bar, these are the days I work. You know, if you're adamant about having a beer, let's have a beer. And yeah, sure, of course. It's so good to talk to you. You know, one of the last things, you know, she said was, hey, thanks for answering my phone call.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, sure, anytime. And I woke up Saturday morning to another friend posting, like, you know, you're such a good person, all this stuff. And I was like, whoa, what the hell is going on? Everything is still up in the air. You know, because obviously if you're a heavy drinker and you quit for a long time and you start again, that could cause a lot of damage, but also mental health is something, so we don't know. But there's this guilt, I would say, of not taking it more seriously. There's also, like, I don't know how you say it. It's just I was thinking more about myself in the moment, about how my body hurt. I only have enough peopling in me, and it wasn't like I didn't put them on the back burner. Like, I told myself, like, I'm gonna see my brother this week. I'm gonna see, you know, I want to see Chase this week. I'm gonna see Nikki this week, and then that happened. And it's just like, it's just hard. It is hard. So
it's hard. It's hard to lose someone, and it's hard to think that you could have done something, even though I hope you know that you probably couldn't have.
And you did still answer the phone,
right?
You know, when they reached out.
And it's the survivor's guilt, or whatever that guilt is that you want to call it, is it sucks, and it sneaks up, and it's morphs, and it will have you fucked in the head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to a couple of friends today, and of course, you know, my friend my two best friends, she's the wife. She reached out and she was like telling me the same thing, like, it's not your fault, like,
especially you don't even really know what happened yet, Halls. So to be kind of judging yourself and not know if it was natural causes versus unnatural causes, like, now you're beating up yourself on what ifs and what could have been, and like, that is there's no winning in that.
It's a bit of a go-to, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it.
For sure. Yeah. I
like,
understand.
So when Wilk died, I sat outside his house that night for like 20 minutes, deciding whether or not I was going to go in. And I told him, if you're that hammered leaving my plate, like leaving, I'm not coming over. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, I was married to a drunk. I'm not doing that. Yeah. And he came in and he left stumbling. And I was like, I'm not going. I'm not doing it. I'm going to keep my fucking boundary.
Yeah.
And, you know, for him, like, he had a heart attack from what we know, but like, it was, you know, the alcohol didn't help.
Yeah.
But like, I sat outside his place and I was like fighting with myself, and I was like, no, I'm going home. And I, for the longest time, kept thinking, if I'd gone in, could I have done something? Like, if I'd been there, would it change anything? And like, it killed me. And I was like, someone was like, yeah, but what if you just woke up and you woke up next to him and he was dead? And I was like, I don't know, at least I would have been there. He wouldn't have been alone for a day. Like, you know, and like, nothing they said was getting through to me, like, absolutely nothing. And then I was like, you know what, maybe that was the universe's way of giving me like that I didn't have to see that, you know, like, I still saw it because I found him, but like, he looked so peaceful when I found him. He looked like Like legit, when I first walked in, I was like, "You asshole!"
I just still can't even imagine that.
You know, like, but that like guilt and that worry of like, could I have made a difference? Was almost, that's the only reason I actually finally went to therapy, is because that was eating me alive on like the what if I could have done something. And like, it wasn't meant for me to do something, right? Like, it was meant for me to give him the times we had before. Like, when he left, he was in a really good mood, and he's like, I'm going to leave my door open. And like, I was like, you know, I'm not coming. Like, I was like, you are hammered. Like, I'm not doing this. And like, it eventually, like, you somehow figure out a way to get over it. I mean, that's not the best way to say that, but like, you answering that phone, that was probably a gift to them.
Absolutely.
Like, that was them feeling like at least someone cares. We're going to go get a beer. Like, so no matter what happened or how it happened, like, you gave them a few moments of love and peace and connection. So like, focus on that and not on the fact that you didn't do more, because you couldn't have. Like, you are all in your own stuff. You are like going through a bunch of physical stuff and like working a ton and balancing so much and like, you know, taking care of Katie and taking care of all her stuff. Like, we can't do it all.
Yeah.
No, I know.
And you do a lot.
I'm stuck on, you said boundaries, you know? I think that word is probably eating my best friend alive.
Yeah.
Because he set boundaries with this person. I mean, destructive was a bit of an understatement, but, you know, we talked a little bit today, only through text messages, because him and I both hate crying and being emotional in front of each other. But
yeah, save that for being in person.
what?
So save that for when you're in person with him versus crying over the phone.
You know, and there's a catharsis that comes with that too.
Yeah, I've always hated it. I still hate it, but he, like, when I said, you know, Nick's reaching out to me, like, are you okay with this? Like, blah, 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 blah. You know, my buddy was like, he's like, yeah, it's hard to forgive people. You know, he's like, I had to set these boundaries. He's like, I'm not sure if I want to necessarily have him back in my life. He's like, yeah, he called and I didn't answer. And I think right now, this is killing him. And I think that, like, my emotions and my guilt are more towards him a little bit. Like, I feel guilty that I didn't see Nick before, but I'm just so concerned about how he's feeling, because we have to set boundaries for ourselves with the expectation that things will change. And obviously, like, yes, this is a big fucking change. Like, I don't think any of us were expecting this to happen.
Right.
But now I think he's regretting it, and I'm feeling like I don't want him to feel regret. And that's eating at me.
Right. Well, yeah, because you love them, right? Yeah. And like, so you're trying to figure out a way to take some of his pain away. And he has to hear the same thing that you need to hear, is like, you did what you could while you could. And that's the thing about dealing with addicts. Like, there's only so much you can do and you can give. And it's fucking the hardest thing ever to watch someone that you love be spiraling out of control and knowing that you can't do anything. Like, and even though you can try, like, if you try too hard, then you're just enabling them. And then at what point do you, like, say, like, you got to just, you know, cut it off. Yeah. But you have, like, you can't keep opening yourself up to that. And it's so hard. It's one of the hardest things ever to do, is to see someone that you love spiraling and not be able to do anything. And then be like, I also can't give them access to me anymore. Yeah. Because you have to protect your own heart and soul. Like,
what's the worst feeling, though? Knowing that, feeling that you think that you could have done something or continue to put up with their behavior so they're with you.
Right.
That part's hard.
One of the hardest things I think we go through as humans.
Absolutely.
Is the fact that, like, we can't save everybody. And we, especially us, we have savior complexes.
We talked about it in the car. I would say all three of us, absolutely. I think we were just talking about this on the way back. We were going to get the wire. It's like, you know, I can fix him, you know, in the context of, like, romantic relationships, but also in general, because we all care so much that it's, and I think it's tied into, like, the, you know, not slightly, but a little bit of a people pleaser mentality. And like you said, it's somebody that you love and you want to be there to save them, right? But boundaries are important. Yeah. But also, one thing, and I'm paraphrasing, this is a really good quote where like, grief is the price of love. You know, it is something, but that also means. I'm sorry. So hard. This is something that I have to like, because sometimes it hits me. Like, so, you know, we're going on 16 years this year that my dad has passed away, and I was, you know, 20. I was a kid in hindsight, and like the last year of his life, I lived in the same apartment complex, and I had a birthday party at my apartment. Like, I literally lived around the corner from him. I had a birthday party at my apartment with my friends. I did way too fucking much. And so the whole next day I was like horribly hungover, and he really wanted to take me to lunch or to dinner.
I'm sorry.
And I could not bring myself to like my composure to even like leave my apartment that day. Mm-hmm. And like, it's not like we didn't go out for other things too, but that was the last birthday that he was alive for. And so that took me a long time. And even now, so we're all getting emotional today, and I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, because I try not to live my life with like regrets, which I mean, we're human. We're going to have
trying to see where the moon's
some kind of
right
shit. I know. Well, we're still in what was it? Waxing crescent, I think.
I'm kidding.
But I mean, like, that's it. And there's still times where I'm like, fuck, I was a little shit sometimes, you know, like I didn't know how to regulate my emotions and stuff, but there's certain things where I try not to have regrets in my life. But that is probably one that I'm like, fuck, I didn't think about it. And then, you know, later on where it's like, well, what else could I have done? And I was at work the last time he went to the hospital. And luckily, like, we were able to talk a little bit before he had passed, but that was something that shit ate at me for years. Like, I used to get hammered on his birthday or like the anniversary of his passing, just because
I still kind of do.
It's fair. I just don't. Me and Jen don't always get along. You want to pour me some whiskey?
Why don't we just pause while we get refills?
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Standing up and walking around was good for a second.
Please don't apologize.
It's hard, you know. Like, I had I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I mean we had a little break. That's okay. I kind of.
Well, let's cheers to both of your people, to all of our people,
to all of our people,
to all of our people.
And you know, we were lucky enough to have them in our lives.
Mm-hmm. This human being was hilarious. I mean, Nick taught me how to play hacky sack. Nick, we were in high school. And
have you ever seen Holly play hacky sack?
No, but no, I want to.
Oh no, I'm good at it.
I just want to go
find one.
I have a bunch of hacky sacks at my mom's house.
You do.
No, but dude, I love hacky sack. But like this one time, like we were in
such a 2000s thing.
One time we were in PE and Nick was like, "Hey," he's like, "Do you want to see me run fast?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
I turned your mic off so you could.
And Nick like ran a whole lap around the baseball field and was like, "I'm on cocaine." And I was like, "What the fuck, Nick?" And I mean, Nick was at the time and was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I don't know." He's like, "I really want to jump out of my skin." I was like, "All right, dude." And then, just to date myself, we had a payphone at our school, and it was right.
What's a payphone?
Well, it was right next to where we used to take lunch, and like Nick was full of these random, like just one-liner jokes. And Nick would like this one time we were playing hacky sack, and Nick just like kicks the hacky sack as hard as she can, and he, like doesn't say anything, turns to the payphone, picks it up, and goes, "Operator." And, like waits for the operator and goes, "I'm stuck in the Matrix," and just hangs the phone up. And of course at the time it was fucking hilarious. Another time, this is when I started smoking weed too. Go over to Nick's mom's house, and Nick has a little sister, and I'm sorry for your loss too, but Nick used to bully the shit out of her sister, or her sister, and we're smoking weed, and Nick's like, "I'm gonna go down and get some water," and we just hear her sister going, "Fuck, Nick, where's my lizard?" And he's just like, he's like, "I don't know," or she's like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Shut the hell up." And we hear her running up the stairs and hops over the couch in her room, slams the door and locks. She goes, "Guys, shh, I have her lizard." This is like the kind of person Nick was, and it was like, and then things got really dark. You know, I don't know the full reasons as to why, but you know, Nick is Finnish American, and a little bit after we graduated, politics had gotten really heavy and Nick was over it. So Nick moved to Finland because Nick had a dual passport.
Very nice.
But Nick's drinking was probably at its peak worst. And I think Nick was in Finland for on and off the first time for like 4 years. Came back, couldn't hold down a job. Went back again, got punched in a brawl. Because in Finland, if you don't work, that's okay. You still get a stipend. You still get your own apartment.
Yeah, they take care of their people.
Yeah, and Nick was trying to turn a page after that fight, and also Nick said the cigarettes in Finland sucked, but came back and went sober for a while. This is when Katie and I had first started dating, so I introduced Nick to Katie, and she had a chip on her shoulder a little bit, and that's when the boundaries started. And honestly, I didn't think anything of it because, yeah, Nick was being a piece of shit at the time, but I thought Nick had worked through her issues. And the thing is, what I'm learning now is we all have this mask to try to fit in, to try to have that, how do you say it?
Socially acceptable.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, because Nick didn't want to be lonely.
Yep.
And I think that pressure of not wanting to be lonely probably made her mental status worse. After I got the news of Nick's passing, I called my mom. I was at Fireside, and I was talking to my mom, and my mom said something to me that struck a chord. That she was like, "Hey," she's like, because I'm trying to move into the in-law unit in the back of my mom's house because my mother-in-law is driving me crazy. But my mom said, "Oh, I would love it." She's like, "I'm sorry you're going through all this stuff." She's like, "I'm just tired of feeling lonely." And I was like, "Well, I was like, you have me." And she's like, "No." She's like, "It's hard being alone in the house." And she's like, "Even when I'm with you, I'm still lonely." And my mom has depression issues and stuff. And it hit me hard because I think that's how Nick felt. Like, no matter what Nick did. God damn it. I think Nick always felt lonely, and I think Nick's answer to solve that problem was to no longer be with us.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
So.
I'm sorry too. But we also still don't really know that.
Yeah.
Right? So, in either way, like, they're not suffering. She's not suffering anymore,
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know what I believe in all the time for the afterlife, but I do know, like, energy doesn't get destroyed. It just changes form. And I do know I've talked to enough psychics and mediums and all those people that shouldn't know shit, that people know shit. And so I think, there is something, and it has to be better than that,
I hope so. I mean, sometimes I hope my dad is somewhere, and I hope that my grandma's there bugging the absolute shit out of me. I really, I hope that, because, my dad, he tried. My dad was also just a man-child. He was, and my mom loved the shit out of him, but sometimes when my mom gets sad, I say that to her, and she cracks up every time. I said, "Hey, Mom, if there's a heaven or a hell, Dad and Grandma is in one or the other, and it's a small windowless room, and they share a twin bed." And she loves that. She loves that joke.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Right. And that's how I can pull her out of her sadness sometimes. And I also feel bad too because my friend is. I just lost my friend, but I'm still laughing, and that's something that came from my childhood. My dad's side, when somebody passes, you don't start celebrating life until 6 days after, maybe 5 to 7 days after. Like the whole time you're like, it just, I'm probably wrong about this, but it just seemed like you had to be sad for like this many days. So every time I crack a joke or I laugh with you guys, I'm like, this is wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of ingrained in the psyche. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off, but it's one of those things too. And I think that's also a cultural thing too, because there's more than one culture where it's like there's a mourning period, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think too, because there's another saying that's like funerals are for the living. And that's, which is not a bad thing because we all need to grieve in our own ways and remember people in our own ways. But I think that's something like, in particular with like Black American culture, and I'm sure there's many other cultures around the world, and in particular in Africa, where it's like a celebration of their life, right? That's why you go to New Orleans, and for somebody's funeral, they have like a second line, right? They're doing a whole.
I want that, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, me too. Let's put that on the books, right?
We did it for my friend Tony like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Boy, he was from Orange County. But,
I'm putting in my requests for now.
He passed away at my uncle's bar, actually.
Oh damn!
And his celebration of life was truly epic, just like how he was. He was a fucking. You would have. We would have. I think you too, if you would have met Tony, would have loved him. Like, because, like, he was the biggest goofball in the world. Like, he knew always I was in a relationship. Anytime I'd come to the bar with my partner, he'd be like, "Hey, so you know that I do stuff with Holly with like mustard." Like, and he just like straight face, and then he'd have the goofiest laugh out.
Oh my god, literally goofy.
Yeah. I loved him so much. I miss him every day. But
in my family, we just got drunk, and then you start laughing because everyone's drunk, and you're telling stories about the person.
Yeah.
So we'd be laughing like. I mean, I made a couple jokes when my grandmother was still in the room. It might be poor taste, but I'm just telling you the honest truth.
I just feel.
Would you have was it like during a wake or something?
No,
or
I meant like right after she died. Like, I was standing there with one of my cousins, and we were like,
Yeah.
I love when my dad died, my mom sent me away. I had a feeling, but my mom said, "Why don't you go down to the bar?" This is when we were still in Castro Valley. So drove down the last weekend. About an hour into it, got a text. It just straight up, he's gone. And I was like, fuck. So obviously I drank. And then I called my adopted brother, called my oldest brother, called my middle brother, Al was there with me. Called Cassie. We went up to the house in Castro Valley, and my aunts showed up. And my dad's body's there, and we're like standing around it. My aunt Gail walks in with a fucking bowl of salsa and tortilla chips, and just puts the bowl of salsa on my dead dad's legs. And she's like, "He's a good man." And I was like,
her. See, that's
hi, Aunt Gail. I have an Aunt Gail too.
I have an Aunt Gail, and I have an Aunt Gail, Aunt Karen, two Aunt Karens,
just making me think
and a mother-in-law named Karen.
I don't have any
Aunt Gail
Karens
just
in
made
my
me
family.
think of Gail from Bob's Burgers because it sounds like something she would do.
No, I mean,
sister.
dude, it was.
Hey, yeah.
So my adopted brother John, he showed up like before I even got home. He had a bottle of Clase Azul because that was my dad's favorite tequila. We're drinking it, and I was just like looking at her. I was like, "Why are you eating chips and salsa off my dad's dead body?"
That's wild.
She was hungry. She had chips
I
and
needed a
salsa.
snack.
Maybe you were going to be hungry.
Shit.
So my Aunt Karen owns a funeral home in Tracy, and so we called them. They came to get my dad's body, and it was a lot of emotion, like a lot of crying, a lot of cheersing.
Of course.
But when the coroners came, or the funeral home people came, my adopted brother tipped them.
Oh,
I've never heard of that. I don't. Well,
yeah. So
I don't know. Do you do that? That's actually.
I don't think you're supposed to.
I don't.
But
know.
the men in my family try to solve things with money. And so,
what's their address? Holly needs a trainer.
Hey,
well, so they
drop a Venmo or a Zelle in the comments.
they asked the family to leave when they put my dad inside of the bag.
Yeah.
But when my dad was in the bag, they asked us if the men would like to carry my dad to the van, and so my brothers did. All of them: Al, Justin, Sean, John. I know their names. Okay. Anyway, but
apostles.
But so all the brothers but John went back up. And I'm sitting on the stairs and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And my brother, he pulls out a wad of cash and he's just like, I think he like tipped him $300 to take my dad out of the house. And I'm like, this is the weirdest thing I've
Are you sure he wasn't just like paying him for the transport?
No, because my aunt owns the funeral.
Yeah, so you really have to. That's wild.
I mean, yes, it was 4 a.m, but I still feel like that was inappropriate. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I haven't experienced that, but because my dad passed like in the hospital, and then I just remember because they called my oldest brother, my dad's junior, and because he was the executor of the estate. But I was the one, like he lived in Richmond at the time, but I lived like not too far from the hospital, so I ended up having to like go and sign away the body, and I knew we were getting him cremated, but I didn't realize that like because they asked me, they're like, "Do you want to say goodbye?" And I was like, "Well, he woke up after we took him off life support, and they said he wasn't gonna wake up." And he did for a little while. We were able to say bye. But I didn't realize that would have been like the last time I would have like seen him or his body anyways before he got taken to the mortuary. So I don't know. But they did a weird thing. They're like, here's his effects back. And I was like, I need like his sweatpants and stuff. Like,
they're not going to throw anything out.
Yeah. But
it is weird.
I don't know of I'm trying to think if I've had other family members. I don't think I've had anybody pass away like at home that I know of that would have been the
My grandmother died and
case.
I called the funeral home. Someone was like, "Oh, well, you guys will have to arrange for her body." And like I'm looking at my aunts and I'm like, they can't. Like, and I knew where she was going, so I just called and they were like, "Well, you could have waited for them to call." And I'm like, "No."
like,
Get over here, Richie. It's also on the first name basis with the guy that owns the funeral parlor. So I was like, we need you to come pick her up. And they're like, "She's not ready yet." And I was like, "She's dead."
I don't know how much more ready you gotta be.
God, whoa, Jesus.
Sorry.
I told you I was telling jokes while she was still in the room.
Hey, we all again. I guess I am that way. That's how I deal with like dark shit. Sometimes I think that's a trauma response for a lot of people.
Yeah, it is for all of us.
So that's part of why this friendship works so well.
Yeah, like,
and I'll have to keep from crying sometimes, or you just do both.
All right, you want to hear the most? I might have to cut this out, but the most.
Do tell.
So when my first grandmother died, I was like 20, and I had to bring her clothes to the funeral parlor because I don't know why it was me, but it was me. So I brought all the clothes, and the guy then goes, you bring them to the door, and they're like, "Hey, here's what you're gonna dress her in," and he's like, "All right, let's go through it," and he goes through it, and he's like, "Where's her underwear?" What do you mean?
I've never thought about that.
he's like, "You didn't bring her underwear," and I was like, "No one gave me underwear to bring for her," and he's like, "So you're just gonna bury her with no underwear?" I'm like, "Is anyone else but you and I gonna know this, right?"
I am processing this right now.
I got a story after this one too.
Like, I was 20, I was stupid. Like, I did that, and then I like went and got drunk at Dick's Last Resort, where people are mean to me.
Like, I'm paying you to be an asshole to me.
I would never do. All right, maybe I would.
I was 20. I had limited options until after 10 p.m. to get drunk at a bar.
Yeah.
So then, a couple of years, like, I don't know, what was a decade later, Pauline, here in the picture, she dies. And I somehow, again, am bringing the clothes to the funeral parlor. And so I get up there, and the guy looks at me, and I look at him, and he starts to go through it. And he looks at me and goes, "Where's her underwear?" And I went, "Oh, my God, again?" And he started laughing. And he's like, "What do you mean again?" And I go, "Fucking Mrs. Kelly doesn't have any underwear on either in her fucking coffin."
Okay,
and he starts laughing, and he turns and goes, "Hey, Richie, do you know this girl?" And Richie owns a funeral parlor, and he was in the military with one of my uncles. So he comes over and he goes, "What's the matter?" And I go, "Well."
He's like, "Oh, shit.
She's going commando in the afterlife."
And he just looks at me and starts laughing. And he goes, "Do you want to go get some?" And I was like, "Nope, not at all." Again, who's going to know besides the three of us? Right?
Are they worried someone's going to lift up the dress?
Right? Like, I don't.
Maybe
it's just such a quorum thing, you know. Women of a certain age.
I have never. I'm gonna.
I haven't thought about it, but now I will.
Now I'm gonna.
Well, the worst part was I did have a bra.
Well, that's a little different because that's
you gotta make sure.
I mean, like, I think if I had the choice to Winnie the Pooh in the afterlife, I would.
I mean, she had pants on, But then we're at my grandmother's funeral. We're at Pauline's funeral, and my cousin Laura, who's about 10 years younger than I am, is just distraught. Like, she just can't even catch her breath. And like, my grandmother was like the best person you would have ever fucking met. And so she just couldn't get herself to like calm down. So I leaned over and I said, hey, just so you know, man's commando in there. And I pointed to the coffin or casket. And she looked at me and goes, what? I'm like, yeah, I didn't have any underwear. And so she starts laughing and she's like, are you serious? I'm like, oh yeah. So you really know both my grandmothers are buried commando because of me.
Do not give me the responsibility of putting
So I'm
underpants
gonna just be cremated and
on
then
my
put me back
grandmother.
into one of those like the pots where they just grow a tree out of me, bro.
Yeah. So then, but we walk out of my grandma's funeral both crying now, laughing now because we're talking about how ridiculous it is.
Oh, my
and then
Lord.
my other cousins around us are like, "What are these two laughing at?" So then I'm just like, and everyone just behind us starts laughing.
Oh my
That's
God.
fucking beautiful.
I love that.
So
love this.
my aunt owns a funeral home in Tracy, so they took my dad's body there to cremate them. But
Right.
I'm just gonna say it, black family, right? So my dad, it took us forever to get my dad's ashes back. And when they showed up,
Because you wouldn't pay for them, or like,
no, because fucking CPT, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they were backed up. I don't fucking know.
My sister has all my dad's. Yeah.
But so the ashes come to my mom's house, and I didn't know it.
oh,
But my uncle Eric had bought my mom a bunch of Alexas. And I want you to know that Alexas are black. Okay? They're black.
some of them are white. Okay.
Sometimes they're square. Sometimes they're
You buy them to
cylinder.
fit the aesthetic of your
Cylindrical?
place, right?
Cylindrical?
Cylindrical, yeah.
Cylindrical.
Circular.
No, so the ashes come, but my mom didn't tell me because my mom she just lost her husband
Yeah.
of like 38 years, right?
Yeah.
But I was drunk as shit because I'm also sad about my dad. And
course.
of course this is months later, but like, you know, you have triggers.
Yeah.
And so I get to my mom's house and there's this black box on the mantle of the fireplace. And I'm in my feelings and I'm just yelling at this fucking black box to play whatever song I was feeling at the time. I remember. And my mom comes down the stairs and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I want to hear this song." She's like, "Why are you yelling at it?" And I was like, "It's not working." And she's like, "It's your fucking dad."
Well, he's terrible at this game.
And I stopped and I was like, I think I had curly fries in my mouth. And I was like, "Is that his urn?" And she's like, "What the fuck do you think it is?" And I was like, "Alexa." And she's like, "I moved it. I told you I moved it."
How to make room for your dad.
But the better part about that whole story is like my grandma, my mom's mom, she like lived to 94 or something. And she died on Independence Day. And my mom was like, "Just go work, go hang out with your friends." Like she knew it was the end. And my mom and my grandma had an interesting relationship. She's talking about it more, but so my grandmother was also cremated. And I thought my grandma was an urn too, but you know, my mom was dealing with depression, with helping with like, cause my grandma died before my dad did. Like I think they died like around a year apart, but
That's a lot.
after my dad died, you know, his urn was on my mom's mantle, but my mom had like just like built up things in her room, like old magazines and stuff. I'm trying to clean it out. My mom's like, "You're right, I need to clean this out." And so I'm downstairs with my ex-partner and my mom yells, "I found your grandma!" And I like stopped and I was like, I'm sorry, what was that?
She was lost.
Apparently my mom had like put my grandma's ashes like next to one of her nightstands because she had many and just covered it with magazines. But I had asked my mom to clean some stuff up and apparently grandma was there just chilling under Nat Geo or some shit. I don't know.
Like, oh, there she is.
It was so I was like,
Oh man, I got a story from well, I didn't actually go to this funeral. It was my mom's older brother. He died when I was 10. My Uncle Gil. I don't know what. I don't remember.
such a fun name.
This is the very white side, right? So I don't know.
Why is it gotta be a white thing?
I don't think so. I have Gills in my family on my dad's side.
I don't have any gills in
It's
my
just not like a
family.
super common name. I forget.
I don't think it's Irish.
I don't think it was Gilbert. I don't know what the fuck it was. I have to look it up. But so he got in a car accident and he passed. He like wrapped his car around a tree.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was. I think I only met him a couple of times. Kathleen was pretty estranged from a lot of that side of her family for a long time. And so at the time, I stayed down in California with my dad, and my mom went up to Oregon for his funeral. And her younger brother, who he's also since passed away, my Uncle Mark, they go to his funeral and an open casket and everything. And I guess my Uncle Mark went to go just stroke his head, and the funeral director came up to my uncle and goes, "No, don't do that. You have to be careful." And he's like, "Why?" So because you can't reattach anything once the skin is dead. Yeah. His ear had come off. Oh. And so they just placed it. So he's like, "You can't touch it or it'll fucking fall off." It's like,
that's terrible.
The life of a funeral director.
I know. I can't wait to interview one. I'm going to interview a few, I'm sure.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's a fun one. That's interesting.
Eric's girlfriend, Eric that owns Benton, his girlfriend used to be a makeup esthetician for the dead.
Oh,
I can see that.
Yeah. So when my grandmother died, though, I walked in. Sorry to
no. We're all piggybacking off of.
Yeah, I walked in the funeral parlor, and the guy that ran the funeral parlor knew her. And one of her things, and I think I've told you guys both this story before. When I was going to the hospital one time when I was sick, she told me to put on lipstick. Yeah. It's just because I was sick didn't mean I have to look like it. And I walked into her in the casket, and I'm like, "What is going on?" And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Who has lipstick?" And I'm over there putting lipstick on my dead grandmother. Like, you guys, people can't see her like this. Oh, she would be so mad at you. And one of my aunts was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Give me your lipstick. You have the right shade."
I respect that. I find it annoying in my own home when Katie's like, "We can't run to the store without her makeup on," but I respect it.
Before we left tonight, I put makeup on.
It was a real quick. I was like, "Oh,
I didn't do it. I just put foundation on, just to hide the redness." But no, I didn't put lipstick on. I was trying not to be too obvious. I didn't want Holly making fun of me for the rest of the night.
Doing too much.
No, death is interesting, and also I want to thank you guys very much for giving me laughs, because I still have this thing inside me where I am truly sad, but laughter is such a nice thing to have when you're not sure what emotion you're supposed to be feeling in the moment. But yeah, I think even though I never wear makeup except for weddings and stuff, I think if I die and I decide not to get cremated, just make me look like a whore, please.
My god,
this is in her will. I'm sorry.
I want neon pink eyeshadow and yellow eyeliner.
Oh my god,
and just
give
the
you
reddest.
A whole
Trey, we need you to drag Queen Holly out when she's dead.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I'm going to heaven or hell at this point. All these Christians, that think they're going to heaven are probably going to be in hell with me. So I might try to do better.
Because we're not in the Epstein files, so we're going if there's a heaven, baby.
And we didn't vote for the Epstein files.
No, we did not. I just interviewed a woman from the Law and Violence.
The Family Law
and Violence Center. And we kind of delved into a little bit of the Epstein thing. And just terrible.
I on my Facebook feed, I don't I use it to see my memories of past years when I use Facebook more. But when I do hop on Facebook, I see people who I know are Republican and probably were pro-Trump, trying to say, yeah, now that the story's out, lock them up. And I'm like, girl, ooh, honey, you knew.
Yep.
And you still voted because you were hoping that it wouldn't blow up in your face. And now you're trying to save yourself.
Well, it's not only that. If you just believed women, I don't, and I can't understand how anybody ever voted for him. And I don't mean that in a way other than how many counts of things did he have against him. He's just a terrible he was just a terrible person.
If you have one felony, you should not be allowed to run for president.
But sorry. You can't vote if you're a felon, but you can be a president.
Yeah, well, the felony thing I have a hard time with. The felony thing and all the things that happened when he's in office, I can kind of waffle back and forth on, because I can see different points of that. Fighting and picking out things and, making things worse than they are and all of that. But even before it got to that point, I could not understand how anyone didn't think that he was a dirtbag. For like the things he said, for grabbing him by the pussy. I feel like grabbing by the pussy should have been the last thing.
You'd think.
And then like, so if
Making
anyone's
fun of the disabled reporter.
Yeah, the fact that he was sued in the 70s for discrimination and like
when he came down that golden escalator, the first thing he said is Mexicans are sending
like all of that.
rapists
I feel like
and murderers, and I'm like, wait, you talking about yourself? Because that's called projecting, bro.
Right, you're talking about immigrants, but you've been married to like 3 of them. You know, like that's
because
the point
they're the right kind of immigrant. Remember, he said
I know,
that too.
but like that's also like before all. So that's when I was just like, I don't understand. And anyone that talked to me about it, I was just like, I don't understand your point of view in the world. Like that's where I've stayed. Like, great. I get that you think you have reasons for liking him. He's a terrible person who's done terrible things over and over again.
Like I'm not a fan of politicians, but when people said, "Oh, I voted for him because he's not a politician," it always comes back to this one thing that. Now it's a meme, but this is what somebody told me. It's like, okay, you're voting for him because he's not a politician, and maybe this is too broad, but at the same time, like, would you come to me because I'm not a mechanic? Like, you know what I mean? And maybe it's too broad of a statement, but at the same time, like,
not really though.
Like, politicians suck. I get it, but there are politicians who, everyone's evil. They'll take the money, but some of the politicians that take that money, and I'm not talking about AIPAC, I'm just saying they will better our quality of life. And unfortunately, you have the lesser evil nowadays. I mean, not nowadays.
The whole system's fucked.
Well, I also think like had he been a good businessman, I would have understood it. But he wasn't. It was proven he was not a good businessman.
He was like bankrupt like 11 times.
Yeah, like there's all those lawsuits. There's lawsuits after lawsuits of him screwing like little tiny companies and doing all this stuff.
Oh, but not now. He just made $11.4 billion as president.
Him and his family have made more money,
which is supposed to be
more than any other president, like combined.
I'll say now,
all of them.
It's not good enough, but it does feel slightly good that even his own appointed people are turning against him. And I'm like, oh, maybe you're the few that didn't touch kids.
Who?
So not Clarence Thomas.
Oh, the Supreme. Well,
not that porch monkey. I'll say that out
loud.
That's
Uncle Tom ass. That's a fucking coonin ass. Sorry, Siobhan's not saying any of these things. By the way,
this is not.
She's like,
no, this is the two black people in the room. But here, like. It sucks that, I mean, it's probably always been this way. I've only been alive for 37 years, but maybe this is how people in the 60s felt, or in the 20s, that you're voting for the lesser of two evils, but I feel like the lesser of two evils is way closer than they used to be.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really sad. And I know that this was coming because Trump, in his first presidency, dismantled education.
Yeah.
I mean...
what was her name that was in charge of that?
Linda McMahon.
No, she's
now, right? The other one was like that.
I forget. Honestly,
what was her name? She's got glasses and brown hair.
Oh, Babert.
Boebert is a congressperson.
No. I might have to magic box this.
I think I have to check,
but mine's in the other room.
If people don't realize, I mean, obviously the people who are getting affected by it are not going to realize that they're dismantling the education to keep you in the dark. But luckily, the good thing about the internet is that some of these kids, these younger folks that are upset with the system, even though the internet is fucked up, they can still Google some truth or whatever. I don't know, look up some truth. And that's one of the reasons why Trump hasn't completely succeeded into dictatorships is because these people are allowed to educate themselves on a broader spectrum outside of.
Yeah. Well, that's why the Ellisons have now taken over TikTok. Because now you have this control. They're all buddy, and Larry Ellison, you all aren't aware, the guy who owns Oracle, his son is the owner of Paramount, which owns CBS, which owns all of that shit now.
And they just bought TikTok.
And everything. Yeah, I was like, and then now they just have TikTok.
Well,
so that's why like there's suppression against people posting about ICE and things like that. And so they've noticed where it's not getting views and things like that. And also, I'm going to say it before, I'm going to say it again, fuck ICE.
Well, yeah, it's getting harder and harder to know what is true because they're flooding everything with
AI has gotten good.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Yeah, it's really hard. Like, I
got triggered by AI once, and Ray called me out on it, so I'm still looking for it. My mom is kind of falling for it a little bit more, but she's still pretty aware. But I just feel like, guys, if you want to have a sense of reality, because remember, American media upplays a lot of things, and a lot of things are bad.
If it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Like, what did you tell me the other day? Like, a bunch of people came to San Francisco thinking it's a hellhole, and they all walked around like, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But they all are probably Fox News watchers.
But even then, I don't know if it's just Fox News. It's a lot of legacy media in general now. Like CNN isn't that much better. I stopped watching a lot of that shit. I pay attention to, like, I may have said it before on the pod, but there's like Democracy Now! Is great. It's very balanced. There's Ground News, which is a website that shows you, which publications these are coming from, and which is more heavily leaning what actually shows, and then like here is the actual facts of things, right?
Well, NPR is still decent.
Yep.
Decent.
Yeah.
Then they've been attacked so much. Like, what motivates them to stay decent if, like, Trump's defunding them and doing all this stuff? You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem. Is like there's not enough independent media because there's no money in it.
Yeah.
So how do we get the independent journalists to be able to do their thing and make a living and keep us all safe and honest? And
if I was a good enough writer, I would literally still work the job I have here, and I would publish the independent articles. I wouldn't give a shit. Also, I mean, I have a full arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you have enough time to do the research to make sure you're getting the right facts and the right...
That's the problem.
But that's about having the time for it. And you need to be able to support the independent media that's doing that.
Yeah.
But, like, as the economy keeps tanking more and more, nobody can afford to do anything.
Well, that's your nonprofit right there. That's what you can start.
Well, part of it.
Just having a balanced facts.
Yeah.
Like, I noticed that, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, the conspiracy theories about the Epstein files, like, were heavily funded by QAnon and that stuff.
But what's crazy is...
What's the conspiracy, like, that it happened because he was convicted, Ghislaine was convicted, right? And then I said this the other day when I was interviewing that Laura McInnes from the Family Violence Center, is everyone keeps talking about the island. And like, well, they didn't go to the island, or they didn't do this with the island, and it's all about the island. But like, he has places in Manhattan, in Nebraska, in New Mexico, and like, there's pictures of people in these places with young women. Are you all just pretending like that didn't happen in other places? Like, you think that they only were like pedophiles on the island? No, they're like, there were pedophiles wherever they were. Like, there's so many stories of this dude like sitting with girls on his lap having meetings, and girls all over the place. Like, there's a whole thing about Trump being there with a bunch of the Miss America or Miss Teen USA pageant. Like,
can I ask you guys a question? Because obviously, like, my outlets are leaning progressive to liberal to Democratic. I mean, I don't
to the left. Yeah.
Do want to consider myself a Democrat, but so many pro-MAGA Republicans are coming out as child molesters. Have you guys happened to see any left-leaning convictions or accusations?
I do not know enough about it to weigh in on that question, because I have not paid enough attention, because all of it makes me
it makes me sick too.
Having to like, honestly, as somebody who's been who is a survivor of things, like, it's hard for me to like it honestly, it's almost like a visceral, like, physical reaction. I can only read so much of it because it really is that deeply triggering.
And the other thing I have to be careful about is the people that are weighing in one way or the other, because what you say about this situation tells me everything I need to know about what you would say about that happening to me.
Yep.
And I don't want to hate the people that I have treated me well this far in my life, because I don't want to see them saying something about like, oh, well, she was 15, so it doesn't really matter. No, that's a fucking child.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a child.
And the fact that you now are trying to make that okay would mean that if I happened to me, would you give a fuck? Probably not. I guess not. So go fuck yourself. Like, I have to be really careful of that, because I get super angry about that. Anyone that's trying to defend any of this or say like a young woman or these young girls were doing this. No, they were children.
Yeah.
And you fucking groomed them, and you stole them from their homes, and you convinced them of other things. Like, those are children, and you're all fucking terrible people. And if you excuse it, you are also a terrible person.
Absolutely.
And I do not have time for you.
That's what I was trying to prove, the fact that these are the people who are projecting.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
About, so, a friend, I don't know if we're still friends or not. They moved.
You're not. I don't like them anymore.
They moved to another state. This person's husband was like, this is why we moved up to this state, because drag queens or groomers.
Oh God!
And I was, and
now you're a drag queen in.
but here's the thing. This is why I asked you guys that question, because every report I've seen on my news outlets, they've always been conservative Christians.
Yes. Yeah. There's no huge plot like where drag queens have done anything. No. Drag queens don't want your fucking kids near them. They're expensive.
Yeah. Like this
drag queens are expensive.
Very small and also, portion of the population, by the way, that they've chosen to villainize while they're projecting.
Well, they're
own
saying
shit.
Look over there so you don't look at us.
Exactly. But I'm just trying to further this point that yes, you're projecting and it's hurtful.
Yeah.
But it sucks because they're still so stuck on it. I mean, there was a guy in not Minnesota, a Midwestern town. This restaurant had a huge fucking sign on the window that said Sunday drag brunch. Guy shows up with his wife and his 3 kids under the age of 5. Walks in, sits down, and was like, "What's happening? I don't want to take my kids." And the owner,
somebody just trying to start.
Was like, "Did you not see?" And so the cops
Can you not read?
No, these kids would be really mad if you could read, or if they could read. No, so the owner came out and was like, "Dude, we fucking, there's a fucking sign on the window."
Yeah.
The cops came. The guy got arrested.
The guy with the kids or the guy that owned the place?
No, the guy with the kids.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
And so the guy was like, I refuse to take my kids to this. And the cops are like, well, now you're getting arrested in front of your kids. So who's setting a better example?
Right?
But it just drives me crazy because especially this particular friend who I think has been
Let's call him an acquaintance.
Yeah.
Acquaintance.
I've cleaned out my friends list quite a bit lately.
I feel like her heart is still back here in this state. But her love for this individual is trumping her original thoughts because some people are easily manipulated by their husbands. Because now she's posting all this stuff drain the swamp of these pedophiles. I'm like, girl, I bet you he told you to vote for him and you did. And now you're trying to fucking clear your conscience.
Yeah.
But,
and drain the swamp of the pedophiles. Drain the swamp with who?
It's like
the head pedophile in charge is fucking...
The whole thing is dirty. Left, right, I don't care. They should all throw them under the fucking jail.
Anybody who touches a fucking child,
that should be the end of it. And the fact that hasn't been the law for how many forever.
But Europe is no, you go to jail.
There are people are resigning. Good. There are people the former Prince Andrew got fucking arrested. Although
but under different charges.
Under different charges because they're like, oh well, it was like misconduct while in public office. It wasn't to do per se with that,
right?
But my friend Becca, she's English, but she lives in Hong Kong. I'm going to ask her tomorrow because she was like, we haven't talked in a while. And I'm like, girl, I'm going through some shit. But we want to catch up because she's coming to America.
Great movie.
In June.
Okay.
And she wants to reconnect with her friends that she made here. I told her about you guys. She wants to meet you guys. So maybe we can have her British ass on the podcast.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Also, I mean, side note, guys.
Yeah.
Just a complete side note, but I love this girl to death, but she's disgusting.
All right, I feel like now I have to cut that out.
No,
allegedly. I'm gonna have to.
We'd love to have her on, but she's
allegedly.
So she lived in UAE for a long time, but now she lives in Hong Kong. But when we would FaceTime each other, I'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" She's like, "I'm eating, whatever the fuck you call it in British. I don't know.
In British,
it's like tuna and corn." And
casserole.
No, but she puts it in a fucking baked potato. I can't remember.
That sounds Midwestern.
It's like a jack sleeve or a jack.
How I need to.
She magic box that stuff.
And okay, first of all, she's the sweetest human being. But she would
so you just mean she's disgusting what she eats. So I will love her because you also told me to fuck my mouth.
She's so nasty.
You put that out there like she was gonna be dirty or something.
No, she's
gonna be so mad at the way you phrase that.
Yeah, I don't care because it's disgusting. I don't care. Tuna and corn.
Oh my lord! I need to know. What
tomatoes and red onions in a potato.
This is a
sounds
British
like a tuna
dish?
casserole stuffed in, and now it's stuffed into a potato. You say?
It's.
I mean, I was out with the tuna
to shreds. You say? Sorry, that's a Futurama reference.
Yeah, don't watch that.
I love
to say British. Oh my god!
Some guy was
literally.
So
it says British tuna potato, and I just put British tuna. So now I want to know what this is called. It's called a jacket.
A jacket. That's what she
A
calls it.
tuna mayo jacket potato.
Disgusting.
I mean, I don't eat that stuff, but I'm not mad at it.
I mean, it's okay. So now I'm curious. I don't want to ever try it, but it's interesting. It's a staple comfort food in the UK consisting of a large baked potato with a crispy skin or jacket filled with a mixture of tinned tuna and mayonnaise.
Well,
That's right up Siobhan's alley.
Let's see if we can wake her up.
Tinned
You really, they're like 8 hours ahead. It's hella early in the morning.
She might be teaching. Let's see if we can wake her up.
Girl, it's like not even
Like 5 a.m.
No, she's in Hong Kong.
Well, so it's like how many hours?
It's like lunch break right now.
Yeah, she's like 12 to 15 hours.
Oh,
I think.
yeah, Hong Kong, yeah.
I don't know. You have the
I'd
magic
say
box,
it's like
Danny.
15.
Hey, darling.
Oh, wait. You
Good,
need to let her know that she's on recording.
I'm in my podcast right now.
If
but
you can hold the thing closer, we could hear.
We're talking about your fucking jacket potato. Hey. Here, wait. I'm holding up to the mic. Sorry, I'm in my podcast right now.
You're on the podcast like right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome. Hello.
Talking about tuna jacket potato.
Yeah. Hold on. Say hi to my friend. This is Siobhan.
Hi.
Hi.
So nice to meet you.
Hello. Danny. Nice to meet you, love.
Yes, you are being recorded right now,
being-
just so you know.
You're on my
Just give you a
podcast.
heads up.
So you just
Welcome to Touch of the Tism.
I'm currently I'm at work, so I've got a load of students playing in the playground right now, and I'm doing an Oliver rehearsal for a musical.
Oh, that's awesome.
Probably not the best time.
I know. I love you, but why are you doing Oliver?
We're doing Oliver the musical for our school production.
You're so English. It hurts my feelings. All
It's a great show.
right. I just wanted.
These are a lot of Asian kids because we're in Hong Kong, right?
I know.
So we've got, it's like a British musical, but a mixed bag. It's an international version of Oliver. We love it.
All right. Well, I wanted you to know that jacket potatoes are disgusting, but I love you.
Potatoes are the best. Cheese and beans is better though. Cheese and beans is better than tuna.
What time are you off? What time is it there?
It is 2 p.m.
Okay.
All right. I'll try to call you when I wake up. Okay.
Yes, I would love that. Right, I will speak to you soon.
All right. Love you.
Bye, love you, bye.
That was awesome.
She's like, I'm sorry, I'm shaping young Asian minds right now. I cannot talk to you. I have to go teach these children about Oliver.
Oliver. Although, because
English.
Hong Kong used to be a British colony, so up until like the 90s. So the majority of people there speak English, and a lot of them have a British accent.
Yeah. No. It's quite common. So then a
Yeah.
lot of them, if they have the means to, they will move to London and Southern.
Oh, okay.
So if you so Becca's from the north. So if you hear like an English person,
She sounded a little, and I've not like I've been to fucking the UK, but I've heard a Manchester accent.
yes,
A little bit. Okay.
she's literally from Manchester.
Did I really? Oh, look at me. I've never even been. I just need to go.
Yeah, when Katie and I renew our passports, we are going to go to Manchester.
Hell yeah.
I want to come.
Yeah,
Me
sure.
too.
Well, we're
Let's
gonna stay
go.
at her mom's house because, first of all, her mom. I forgot to wish her happy birthday.
Mum.
Her mom. Sorry. Her mom is a fucking phenomenal cook, dude.
Okay.
Like hella good.
Like the best bubbles. And
I feel
sweet.
like that's not really true about any English
No,
person.
no,
was
it's
like,
true
From the
because
rumors I've heard. Rumors. Just rumors. Allegedly.
when Mama T came out here,
Some
because
shut eye, bro.
you guys remember.
It's Irish.
Now I'm blanking. Her uncle was a regular at Benton before he had a stroke.
Mm.
Oh, not Irish Joe.
Yeah, Joe. It was Joe.
Joe Daly.
Joe Daly. That's Becca's uncle.
Oh,
That's how we met each
shout
other.
out to Joe Daly.
He's
Rory's
back-
out there visiting him right now.
Yeah, he's
Oh, that's right. I was supposed to let Rory
so
connect with my friend.
Joe
who's in Cork.
Daly is Becca's brother. Becca's mom's brother.
Okay, so
Oh.
Joe Daly is Becca's uncle.
Yeah. So
See, so she's Irish.
so
too.
Mama T. No, she's English. It's dude. You
I do not want to make that
No,
mistake.
I know that. I'm saying
That's a white on white crime right
First
there,
of all,
Danielle.
I'm well aware.
You're too
I worked
smart
with
not
a
to know
lot of
that.
Irish people in San Francisco, and they would kill me if I ever. No, I'm saying that. Whatever, familial, not actually. Fine. You know what? It's Black History Month. I do what the fuck I want. My last name's Irish. I can do what I want.
Yeah, well, so that's how I know Becca. Becca came out here like 10 years ago to visit Uncle Joe. And we've been fast friends ever since. But she's moved around so much, and sometimes I'm just so tired that I try to call her back. And then, like, the last time I tried to call her back, I had the phone in my hand, and I just... but
You called her, she answered, you were just snoring.
That was lovely that she answered, though. That was very sweet.
no,
It
dude,
was.
she's... I love her. She's quite lovely, but not the jacket potato. It's disgusting.
No.
She got
Jackfruit potato sounds terrible. The fact that they name it as tin tuna, that's like...
So, you can get English food out here. So if you go to Cost Plus, you can get their version of Heinz beans, which comes in a teal can.
No.
So it already sounds wrong. And I don't even eat beans.
So Katie and I bought it just to try it.
What's the difference?
And it's way tangier.
Really?
So I liked it.
Huh.
Katie hated it. I mean, for American palate, understandable. Okay. I liked it though. But then also they have something called salad dressing, which I'm pretty sure is just English Miracle Whip. It's disgusting.
That sounds gross.
But if you go to Cost Plus, there's an entire English section.
Wait, Cost Plus or Costco?
Cost Plus.
Really? Where is there a Cost Plus? Oh, there is. It's still there? Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's where I get all my German food.
I had no idea.
Because my German grandma's dead. And my uncle and aunt that own Speisekammer, they moved to Florida. So, you know.
All this talk of English food actually reminds me, I just saw, since we're going to start doing like food adventures, there is a place called Dingle's Public House that opened up recently in San Francisco.
I sent that to you. No, wait, I sent you.
No, you sent me something else.
Yeah.
But this place, yeah, there's a few things on there. And I was like, oh, that
I'm
looks
down.
pretty
I love a good
decent.
shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to give a couple food shout outs.
Okay.
Also, guys, sorry about the emotions. Thanks for listening to us. Maybe you don't like the political talk, but guess what?
Holly is effectively standing next to the door right now.
Yeah, I know. She's like, look at the time.
No, I'm autistic, but
I know. That's what I mean. You're standing next to the door.
But no, but we're also, let's
now.
not, I want to say this, and we can edit this however we want. Stop saying sorry for your emotions.
Amen.
You don't need to.
Absolutely not.
That's a new boundary for us.
That's a new boundary.
It makes me feel better.
Okay.
Yeah, but
you shouldn't have to apologize for feeling your feelings. Like, that's human. It's natural.
And you have to stop apologizing.
Fucking long
I told
weekend,
you earlier,
bro.
I hate crying in front of people. I hate it.
You only almost cried.
Yeah, there was
enough
them back into your tear ducts. I saw
there was enough tears where I'm like, I hate this. And I wanted to cut it then. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, but think of all the people that we just helped talking about this shit,
think
right?
that it's, yeah.
Because not everyone will talk about this shit, but we did, and we will, and we're going to continue to do this.
Some fucking cojones.
I guess I take it back. If you guys really think that you need somebody to talk to, if somebody doesn't talk to you initially, there's always going to be somebody who will talk to you after the fact. I do wish that Nick reached out to me one more time. But like Siobhan said, maybe their mind was already made up. And that hurts because...
And we still don't know.
We still don't know. But finding joy in life can be as simple as appreciating the first rain. It can be as simple as seeing your favorite crossing guard help the kids across the street. It can be as simple as just seeing somebody pick up trash on the side of the road. If you can find small joys like that, it'll open up the door for you to find bigger joys. And you're not bad. You're not alone. And maybe the person that you want to give you that love and attention's not there, but maybe the person you didn't think about initially will be there. And all you have to do is give yourself time and space to think about those people who brought you joy. And it might not come to your mind initially, but you'll find it. And if you think you can't find it, please reach out to us. We will happily listen to you. We will happily help you. And I will cry with you. I hate crying, but I'll cry with you.
Yeah. And if we can't help you, we will try to find you someone that can help you.
Absolutely.
And
that's important.
It's crazy how much one little hug can help.
Yeah.
For real. I think too I know we're very wide ranging in our topics on this pod, but also we always are. And I think that's what people appreciate about it. And especially given the times that we're in right now, I don't think that we can shy away from talking about politics when it does come up, because that's the world that we're living in. And we're in some fucking crazy ass times. But then you also have to put it in perspective. Like, there's, for whatever point in human history, everyone's always been like, this is the craziest time because, we that's what you're experiencing, right? And so I think, especially now, especially seeing the things that we are inundated with, one, make sure you're taking care of your mental health, because that is important. Unplugging is okay. I think that
is important.
It's very important to do.
Also, remember, there's lots of free things out there.
Oh,
Yes.
All you have to type into is free therapy, free crisis counseling.
Absolutely.
Yep.
On the next episode, we will try to give you those numbers.
Oh, we can post it in the
We
show
can
notes
post it
for
with
this
the-
episode.
Yeah.
There's always like meetings and meetups and
And if you're too scared to do it on your own, please reach out to us.
Yep.
We will happily help you.
Mm-hmm.
Life is precious in a way. It's also very tiring, but I think at the end of the day, it's very worth it.
yeah. And to what Danielle said earlier, like grief is the market.
The price of love. So, it's like, that it's not something that, you just learn how to move with it. It's not to kind of a little bit piggyback on what you said earlier, where it's like, get over it, but it's not necessarily about getting over, because everyone processes in their own time, and there could be something. I mean, again, my dad's been passed for well over a decade now, and there will be randomly some things sometimes where I'm just like, fuck, I miss him so much,
Right.
and it'll make me like, I need to take a moment.
I saw an old black man driving an old ass silver 4Runner like a month ago, and I was like, Dad?
Yeah.
It wasn't my dad. My dad's at my mom's house in a box.
He's
He's trying to pass off like an Alexa.
Yeah,
He's trying to play that song, girl. He's trying.
My dad could sing.
He's like, I'm screaming it. Why can't you hear me?
Sorry, but my dad, he tried really hard, but he had his own generational trauma.
Yeah.
Like, if my dad could have known it was okay to let that trauma go, he probably would have been the best husband in the world. But my dad was trying to please his parents from the 30s. And he was he was a people pleaser. We already said that. But it's okay to be a people pleaser. It's okay to have boundaries. And it's definitely okay to help people. And if you can express the time frame and stick to the time frame, which is what I'm secretly getting on myself about, maybe if you have the moment, if you're kind of tired, not truly tired, if you can go see that person, go see them.
Yeah.
And just remind them of the things that we said before. Find the smaller things. Like, it doesn't have to be a meme.
It's going to be my segue into that. I was like, this is why I got this tattoo. It's a little reminder of, like, it brings me just some joy in the little things, right?
Yeah, same. That's why I got mine. And we'll post what all of our stuff is.
Yeah.
Guys, just remember, you might think that we're full of shit, but just remember that there is somebody out there for you. It might not be the person that comes to mind, like, first and foremost. But again, if you take the time, think about the relationships you've had that were positive, and think about those people, because even though you might have not spoken in a minute, I promise you they'll be there for you. And if at least they're only there for you once, it'll be a catalyst for you to find somebody else who will be there for you. Just know that, like, you can find peace while you're here with us, and we'll help you find that peace. And if we can't do it in the moment, we will get you somebody who can. Life, cliche statement, is precious. And we will help you find that joy. I mean, Danny's found it. Siobhan's found it. I found it.
It's still a process too, though. It's to
Everything-
be realistic, like it is, and that's okay too.
Nothing happens overnight except for the lottery, but don't play the lottery.
No, I mean, I'm going to win it. So.
Hey,
I already won it.
Putting that into the air, okay?
Yeah.
I want the friendship
No, there's
lottery.
times. That
we won
part.
the friendship lottery,
That
and
part.
you will too, and you'll win the family lottery. Just give
Give it time.
yourself
Yeah.
grace.
Yeah.
That
Whatever
part.
the fuck your parents told you, and obviously if you know that your parents aren't good, don't stick to that stigma. create your own grace, create your own peace. We'll help
Create
you
your own
find it.
joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, create your own joy.
Create your own joy.
Joy has no color,
Joy has no price tag.
but joy is there.
You just have
And
to look for it.
you can always come by, and if we're busy, just say, "Hey, I'm looking for joy." We'll text you, we'll call you, or email you. Okay.
Mhm.
This is a place. This is a safe place. This is
I
a
think
safe.
it's sometimes too. It's also like I had a. Speaking of joy, and I didn't get a chance to do the Black Joy Parade yesterday, which I was bummed about. But I also needed that extra day of rest because I wouldn't have been able to talk today. But for the training, the in-person, the orientation I went to on Saturday, I took a Lyft because I didn't know exactly where the office was, and my Lyft driver, his name was Muhammad, and super nice guy. And I really initially was not like in the mood to talk, and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I just want to like be on my phone, whatever. But then he started talking to me, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to engage because he's friendly, not like, like not pushy, not, whatever. And so even in that, like, it was like a 11-minute ride. And like, you could tell he even just like, he just wanted to talk and like get to know people. And he was saying he had been here in the States before. He was from Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
He'd been here in the States before, and he'd only been back for a little less than 2 years. And so he's, obviously given the context of things, he's very worried about his own situation, and his wife is still back in Pakistan. She was waiting on like a meeting to get her visa to hopefully be able to come over here. One of his sons was in New York, the other was in Sydney, and I forget where he said his daughter was, but everybody's very spread out. And so it's like, he was just saying what he likes doing. He likes driving because he gets to meet so many people. But he asked me what I was doing that day. And I said, oh, well, I'm going to this orientation because I want to be involved with this organization and do volunteer work and work with the community and da-da-da. Which, again, I still like made sure to keep in touch. I was like, I can't make it today because my throat's fucking swollen, but I'll be there. But he was like, oh, I really want to do that. And I'm like, and that made me like just kind of take a beat and be like, man, this guy who... with all this other shit going on in the world where he's worried for his own safety, he's worried for his wife and his kids, everybody being able to be together again. And God knows how long it's been, right?
Right.
And because he had been here before, but he had left because he was worried about not being undocumented. And so I guess now he's here on a work visa. But even then, that's, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And to have to continuously worry about in this climate, to worry about like being literally just fucking kidnapped.
Right.
And he still was like, what you're doing is so great that you want to go and volunteer your time and work in the community. It's like, where would I find something to do that with? I want to be able to do something like that with. And I'm like, this man who has so many other things going on still wants to be a part of the community in that sense and like volunteer his time and get to be amongst people and help people. And I was like, well, your best bet is just, Google like volunteer opportunities near me. And I was like, I guarantee you there's shelters, there's food banks, there's all sorts of things. If you want to like help people. He's like, yeah, no, I'd really love that. And what you're doing is really, really, that's really great. And I was like, no, I don't know. I can only take so many compliments. I'm just like, thank you so much.
Oh, say less.
And he's like, that makes you, that shows on your person. Like it makes you a beautiful person, like inside and out, and da-da-da. And I was like, oh, well, I'm getting a little, and he's not like being creepy about it, but just like, he's like, that's a really great thing that you're doing. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck, I mean, I'm sitting over here kind of, not to say that our own problems aren't still weighing on us as they do, but this man who's going through so much still wants to do that. Right. And then it's still so complimentary of me doing like, what I feel is like the bare fucking minimum. And I didn't think it at the time. I was ready to go.
You were good. Then you got sick.
But,
No, go.
No, but I was just saying, I was like, I thought that was, it was one thing to like really listen to each other's stories. The same way that, people tune in and stream our lovely, fun, great conversations that can get real deep though, which again are necessary. But it really kind of put that in perspective too, where I was like,
well, yeah, you gave yourself a moment to be open to this guy, and then that brought you a bunch of joy. Like, that's what it's all about, is like taking the moment to like take a deep breath, take a step back, and being like, oh wait, let me give this a chance, or let me listen to what this person's saying. And out of that, you got like a beautiful little experience in your 10-minute drive.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, like, you had mentioned your friend Anthony. Would you like to?
Oh, it's just, he was one of the first persons I met here and took me out to places. Anthony Anderson. He's a trumpet player, musician, and he's huge in the Bay. Like, so many people know him.
R.I.P. Like,
yeah. And then he died under really terrible circumstances, which he should not have died under. You know, I think it became a national story.
yes, it is.
Yeah. I haven't looked into a bunch of it because I
saw it on
couldn't
the
take
local,
it.
and then
Yeah, so he was looking for some help and he called the police and then they ended up shooting him and he had some mental health stuff. He was one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He brought me to some of my first music shows in the Bay. Like, he knew everyone in music. And like, right after it happened, like, just seeing the outpouring of love to him and like everyone coming together to support each other through it has just been amazing. And yeah, it's just kind of shocking.
Yeah.
It's I met Anthony Ant, I think, like 2015 or 16. It was really brief. He found my profile, and friended me immediately. I went to a couple shows of his. I think he actually played with this band I liked a long time ago called the Honey Drops. I have to confirm that, but
he's played with everyone from what I know, and like he's jumped into everyone's shows and
so I worked at a music school a long time ago, and a lot of the artists that worked at the music school to make some supplemental income, I read their posts, and I wish I would have known him a little bit better. He seemed like a sweetheart, and I wish that the outcome was different. But, when you're tormented to that point, and he went to a place where even the policing needs to be retrained.
Well, cops shouldn't be called for mental health issues. There should be other professionals.
Well, even here in Alameda, you have a mental health number, and the cops still show up.
Yeah.
But
we have to do a lot of reform.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just hope that there was some peace found. I hope that the people who knew and love him don't beat themselves up. And I hope that they take that opportunity to recognize anybody else they think is struggling and move to a positive place with that, because we don't know what was going on in his mind. Again, maybe I don't even know how to say it, but here's the thing. Anthony, you're missed. Nick, you're missed. Hell, who else? Like, I just want to say a huge RIP to those that were struggling. If you're struggling again, please talk to us. Don't give yourself an ultimatum. There's beauty in this world. As bleak as this world is, there is beauty, and we will love to help you find it.
Amen to that. We would.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We are going to wrap this up. Like Holly said, if you're struggling, reach out to us. We'll put some resources into the show notes. Always feel free to DM us. If we can't help you, we will try to get you to the best experts that we can find to help you. We love you. You're not alone. You're with all of us. We'll be here at least once a month to talk some shit and try to make you laugh and maybe make you cry.
Feel all the feels.
Yeah, feel
it's
all the feels.
okay to cry. I hate to say it, but it's okay to cry.
And it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be struggling. It's okay to be having a hard time. That doesn't make you any less of a person. If anything, it makes you more of a person. But try to give yourself time, because it will pass. Most things do. And that's not to say that we don't understand how hard it can be, because fuck, can all of us understand it.
You are
Absolutely.
loved.
Yeah. You are seen, you are loved, and you are worthy.
There is somebody out there, trust me. Just because your first call doesn't answer doesn't mean the second call won't. You are loved. Please know that.
And there's, I'm just pulling from all the memes, but not really a meme. But it's another quote, paraphrasing. But it's things are temporary, right? When it's really really bad, or sorry, I should start off with some really good. You should appreciate it that much more, because it's not gonna last, but appreciate it for what it is. But also when things are really, really bad, that also means that's not gonna last either.
Yeah, it's not gonna last.
You know,
you have to go down
give
before you
yourself
go up.
grace.
Yep. And the more you look for your joy, the more you'll see it, and the more you'll find it. And then when the bad shit comes, it won't seem quite as bad because you'll know that there's so many more joys out there.
Yes.
The more you look for joys, the more you'll set boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
It could be with your own family. It could be with your own friends.
It can be with your own self.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be that. But also know that it's there and accept it, appreciate it, and reach out if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. We love you, and go find your joy.
Yes.
Yeah, we love you so much. Thank you so much for listening to our rambles.
Oh, I love you guys.
I don't
gotta pee.
keep it short. I just
No,
That was
still a decent amount. Yeah, I was like, we still got a chunk of time in there.
You said that we need to keep it shorter, but
no, but 90 minutes is that's what
That's kind of average. Yeah.
So
yeah, we did it. We did it.
I know.
and I don't think we'll have to edit too much out.
Yeah. He's like, we've had 2.5 hour sessions before, girl.
Feet are